My child, pause everything you're doing right now. I am serious. Stop scrolling. Stop multitasking. Stop letting the noise distract you. I need your full attention for the next few minutes because something heavy is unfolding around your life, and heaven is fully locked in on it. This is not random. This is not coincidence. And this is definitely not just another message passing through your screen. Right now, in the unseen realm, something deeply unsettling is being reviewed again and again. Conversations, digital messages, private chats that were never meant to be exposed, words typed in secrecy, plans whispered behind closed doors. And what's inside those messages? A calculated setup aimed directly at you. Yeah, you heard that right. While you've been going about your day, minding your business, trying to stay strong and keep it together, there are people close to you who have been doing the opposite. These aren't strangers. These aren't random haters online. These are people who know your routines, your weak spots, your trust. People who smile in your face, laugh with you, maybe even pray with you. But behind the scenes, they're holding something sharp. And what's wild is this. The messages clearly lay out when, where, and how they plan to move against you. Not one day, not someday. The timing is soon, way sooner than you think, as early as tomorrow. I know that's a lot to take in. It stings. It shakes you, because nobody expects betrayal from the table they sit at. Nobody imagines the same people they break bread with are secretly hoping for their fall. But the truth is, jealousy hides best behind familiarity. And these chats didn't just hint at darkness. They exposed it. Heaven didn't stumble upon this by accident. The angels aren't distracted right now. They're not prepping a celebration or gearing up for some distant spiritual battle. Their focus is personal, urgent, specific to you. They're rereading every line of those messages, scanning every word, because the threat is real and already in motion. These weren't emotional rants or petty complaints. Nah, these were structured plans, cold, intentional, already rolling forward. And that's why silence is no longer an option. I've seen everything written in those chats. The step-by-step breakdown, the timing they agreed on, the setting they chose to embarrass you, and the faces behind the betrayal. And most importantly, I've also seen how this whole thing gets stopped before it ever reaches you. But before I reveal all of that, I need something from you. I need you present, fully here. No wandering mind, no half listening, because what's about to be exposed will change how you see certain people forever. And it will protect you from a blindside attack that was meant to catch you slipping. This message isn't here to scare you. It's here to wake you up. So if you're really listening, if you're ready to stay alert and let the truth come all the way out, let that be known. Type, I'm listening, and stay with me, because next, I'm going to tell you how these secret chats got leaked in the first place, and why that moment was pure divine timing. Because trust me, what caused their plan to be exposed was so small, so unexpected, and so humiliating for them. You won't believe how close they were to getting away with it. My child, now I need to take you back to the exact moment everything flipped. Because what exposed those hidden chats wasn't luck, wasn't nosiness, and definitely wasn't an accident. It was timing so precise it could only come from above. The kind of timing that makes heaven lean in and say, now, just 3 days ago, those two people close to you thought they were untouchable, sitting comfortably in their little digital bubble, typing away like nobody would ever see what they were planning. They were using a messaging app they trusted, one they believed was locked down tight, encrypted, private, their so-called safe zone. To them, it felt like a bunker, a place where they could finally drop the masks and say the ugly stuff out loud. They talked freely, recklessly, laughing, plotting, mapping out how they'd play you, embarrass you, and block what's coming your way. They were confident, way too confident, and that's where they slipped. One of them made a careless mistake, a rookie move. They didn't lock their phone. No passcode, no fingerprint, no face ID, nothing. The door to their secrets was left wide open, and they didn't even realize it. While they were mid-conversation, deep in the details, talking timelines and outcomes, something pulled their attention away, a distraction they didn't plan for. They got up, walked out of the room, and left the phone right there, screen on, messages glowing, evidence just sitting in plain sight. That's when someone else walked in. Not a spy, not someone snooping, not a setup, just a regular person close to them who had no idea what was going on. They weren't searching for dirt. They weren't suspicious. They were just there at the exact second they needed to be. Then the phone buzzed. Once, then again, then again. At first, they ignored it, tried to mind their business, but something tugged at them, a quiet nudge, that gut feeling you can't explain, the kind that says, "Look, now." So they picked up the phone and swiped, and just like that, everything unraveled. The screen opened instantly. No barriers, no protection, no hiding place left. And what they saw stopped them cold. Not gossip, not jokes, not harmless venting, but messages loaded with malice, betrayal typed in real time, a clear plan aimed directly at you. Your name wasn't hinted at. It was written plainly, repeated, targeted. They stood there frozen, scrolling through message after message, realizing they were looking at something dangerous, something active, something already scheduled. And in that moment, they understood. You were in immediate trouble. Now here's the part that really matters. They didn't screenshot it for drama, didn't send it to friends, didn't post it, didn't run around spreading chaos. Instead, they did the one thing that completely wrecked your enemies' plans. They took it straight to heaven, right there in that room. With the phone still glowing, they dropped to their knees, shaken, breath tight, heart racing, and they prayed, not for revenge, not for clout, not for attention, but for your protection. They handed everything over, the screenshots, the timestamps, the steps, the location, the intention behind every word. They laid it all out before God, trusting that heaven would move faster than the threat. And it did, because when evil plots in secret, heaven listens loudly. But here's the question you need to sit with. Why would someone risk relationships, backlash, and chaos to protect you? What did they see about your future that scared your enemies so badly? Stay with me, because what those chats revealed about your destiny is exactly why they wanted to stop you. In next part, I'm going to reveal what they were actually afraid of, because it wasn't just your money or position. What they saw coming in your life shook them, and once you hear it, you'll never see yourself the same way again. My child, this is where the truth cuts deeper than you expected, because those chats didn't just talk about hurting you. They didn't stop at gossip, jealousy, or surface-level sabotage. No, what they revealed goes straight to the core of why you were targeted in the first place. They've been watching you, quietly, closely, longer than you realized. Those messages laid out your future like a roadmap. They talked about the shift coming in your life with scary accuracy, your growth, your momentum, your elevation. They saw signs of a breakthrough before you even fully felt it yourself. And that's what flipped the switch from envy to action. They talked about your finances leveling up, about opportunities lining up, about doors opening that they don't have keys for. They knew something was about to change for you, and instead of fixing their own lives, they decided to try and block yours. They wanted to interrupt the blessing before it reached your hands, cut the cord early, kill the harvest before it sprouted. If they could shake you, distract you, embarrass you, or drain your energy at the right moment, they believed the breakthrough would pass you by. But here's the part they didn't count on. Heaven already stepped in. I didn't stop their plan with thunder or fire. I didn't expose them publicly or strike fear into their hearts overnight. I shut it down quietly, strategically, through something so small it makes their whole scheme look embarrassing. One unlocked phone, one honest heart, one bold prayer. That's it. That's all it took. Because I don't need chaos to protect you. I don't need noise. I don't need a spectacle. I specialize in flipping the script with precision. I use the simple things to break complex traps. I use humility to crush arrogance. And I use light exposure to destroy secret plans. Your enemies thought they were ahead of the game, but they were already behind before they even started. And listen closely, because this part matters. Their real target was never your money. Money was just bait. What they were truly after was your spirit. They wanted to drain your confidence, break your focus, shake your faith, make you doubt yourself right before you stepped into the version of you that can't be stopped. They wanted you tired, confused, second-guessing, and emotionally worn down. Why? Because they're afraid of who you're becoming. They can feel the shift. They can sense the authority growing on your life. They see the strength you carry, even when you think you're barely holding it together. And that terrifies people who are stuck, stagnant, or living off borrowed light. That's why the attacks felt personal. That's why the betrayal came from close range. That's why it hurt more than it should have. But hear me clearly. Their plan didn't delay you. It exposed them. And not only did I block their move, I reversed it. The very setup meant to knock you off balance is becoming the proof that you're protected. The trap they designed is turning into your elevation. And the moment they hoped would break you is about to push you forward faster than you expected. I've already sent protection ahead of you. I've already rerouted outcomes. I've already marked a moment on my calendar when you rise. And they have no choice but to watch. And they will watch. Quiet. Powerless. Regretful. Because touching what I've marked never ends well. So if you're wondering why this all feels intense right now, it's because you're standing at the edge of something big. And pressure always shows up right before promotion. In next part, I'm going to show you how this betrayal doesn't end with protection. It ends with restoration, elevation, and a comeback so strong it shuts every mouth that doubted you. Stay with me. This is where the turnaround happens. Protection. And it's definitely not about you barely making it through. What's happening right now is a full-on turnaround. The kind that takes what was meant to crush you and flips it into fuel. I saw every tear you cried in silence. Every night you stared at the ceiling, replaying conversations in your head, wondering what you missed and why things felt off. I saw you smile in public while your heart felt wrecked behind closed doors. I saw you keep showing up even when you were running on fumes. And let me be clear about something. You weren't weak for that. You were becoming dangerous to the darkness. You thought you were just surviving, but heaven was rebuilding you, quietly, intentionally, piece by piece. While they were plotting, I was preparing. While they were whispering, I was strengthening your discernment. While they thought you were distracted, I was rewiring your spirit for what's next. Everything you went through was shaping you for a level you couldn't reach the old way. And hear this, nothing was wasted. Not the betrayal, not the delay, not the confusion, not even the moments you blamed yourself. I recycle pain into power. I turn setbacks into setups. I specialize in glow-ups that no one sees coming. Right now, I need you to stop exhausting yourself trying to figure out how this will work out. That weight isn't yours to carry. Strategy is my job. Timing is my lane. All you're responsible for is obedience and trust. That's it. You don't have to chase revenge. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to prove a thing. I've already stepped into the situation. I've already rerouted outcomes. I've already handled the people who thought they could touch what I protected. You won't need to lift a finger. Your eyes will do the talking. And yes, they will notice. They'll watch you stabilize. They'll watch you level up. They'll watch doors open for you that they can't access. They'll watch you regain peace they thought they stole. And the wild part? They'll never know how close they came, or how fast everything collapsed behind the scenes. Because this season wasn't sent to bury you. It was sent to plant you. What's growing in you right now is going to outlast the opinions, the betrayal, and the season of attack. Your roots are going deep. Your discernment is sharper. Your spirit is stronger. You're not the same person who entered this storm. And that's a good thing. So lift your head. You are not forgotten. You are not delayed. You are not behind. You are aligned. And what's coming next won't require force. It will flow. It will feel different, lighter, steadier, clearer. The chaos is ending. The noise is fading. And the peace you've been craving, it's finally settling in. This is your confirmation. You're protected. You're covered. You're rising. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start walking in what's been prepared for you, make the declaration. Type, I am rising, and let it be known. What tried to take you out only pushed you into your next level, because this isn't the end of your story. It's the moment everything turns in your favor. And trust me, what happens next will speak louder than anything you could ever explain. My child, before you go, I need you to breathe this in, slow and deep, because this is the peace your heart has been begging for in the quiet moments. You've been carrying way too much, trying to connect dots you were never meant to connect, replaying scenarios, overthinking every detail, asking yourself how you'll fix it, how you'll recover, how you'll protect yourself next time. And I need you to hear this clearly. You can stop now. You were never supposed to carry the how. That pressure on your chest, not yours. That mental exhaustion, not your assignment. That fear about what's next, already handled. I manage the outcomes. I control the timing. I hold the whole picture. And if I can keep galaxies in order without chaos, I can absolutely handle every loose end in your life. Nothing is slipping through my fingers, even if it feels like it's slipping through yours. Some of you are worried about resources, bills, stability, or the future in general. But understand this. I don't answer to economies, systems, or people with power. I redirect provision. I open doors nobody can shut. And when I decide to move, it happens fast. So fast it looks like favor to everyone watching. Others of you are worried about people, about who's against you, who's talking, who's plotting. Let me settle that right now. I already have full authority over your enemies. I can soften hearts, expose motives, or remove people entirely. Nothing about their intentions is out of my control. Your only role right now is trust and alignment. That's it. And let me remind you of who you really are. Because the season tried to make you forget. You are not weak. You're just tired. You are not lost. You are being rerouted. You are not broken. You are being refined. There is strength in you that hasn't even been fully tapped yet. and it's about to show. I never left you, not in the confusion, not in the silence, not in the nights you cried alone. I was there, steady, building an exit while you were just trying to survive. And now, you're walking out. So lift your head, release the fear, drop the weight. You're not behind. You're right on time. If this message found you, it's because you're covered, chosen, and carried. Stay connected, stay alert, stay faithful, and remember this above all else. What was meant to end you only introduced you to your next level. Your peace is restored, your path is clear, and your future, it's protected. You're safe now.